Alright guys, are you with me? We've got a good one on our hands here, a real good one. Lamar Jackson, number 72 on the list of the top 100 NFL players in 2023, QB for the Ravens, 6'2", 220 odd pounds, fucking 4.3 second 40-yard dash, 40-inch vertical, a real rocket arm on him. But the most impressive thing for me, and it always has been and always will be, is the fact that he has the athletic ability with the ball in hand of any running back out there, any wide receiver, any tight end, anyone on the field. He will match them with agility, with speed, with excitement, and for someone who loves running with the ball, not so much tackling, Lamar Jackson is my kind of quarterback. All right. So with that in mind, let's have a quick look at his stats, and then let's get into his video. In fact, I remember watching Lamar Jackson come through the combine in 2019. I remember, looking at his Louisville college football highlights before he'd even taken one snap in the actual league. Like, I've seen this guy go through his first 4 years in real time. I feel like that just adds to my, love for the guy. I've seen him come through the ranks, and he's gone so well. He's gone so very well, and he's got so many highlights and so many amazing runs. And geez, I don't even care about how he throws. I just love the way he runs. With that in mind, let's have a look at his stats. So he's a quarterback, obviously 6'2", 212 pounds. Born January 7th, 1997. He's 26 years of age, played at Louisville, got drafted in the first round with the 32nd overall pick in the 2018 NFL draft. Now he slid down a few spots there. Who were the quarterbacks drafted above Lamar Jackson in 2018? Let me have a look. This should be interesting. Baker Mayfield, gotcha. Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, and then Lamar Jackson. And the list goes on and on. The very last pick of the first round, Lamar Jackson. So he's played 5 years, all for the Baltimore Ravens. An overall record of 45 wins, 16 losses as a starting quarterback, which is absolutely fantastic. 70 games played, 61 of which he's started. He hasn't put in huge numbers as far as passing yards are concerned. 12,209 total over the 5 years, including 2,242 last year, but he only played 12 games last year. Threw for 17 receiving touchdowns, bringing his career total to 101. Now, as far as his rushing statistics are concerned, he rushed for 764 yards last year off of 112 attempts, averaging 6.8 yards per attempt. 3 rushing touchdowns. Very, very similar statistics to the year prior. 12 games played, once again, 767 rushing yards, 3 more than this year. 2 rushing touchdowns at an average of 5.8. So very similar stats. I'm going to say he probably feels underdone. He wants to play a full season, and he wants to get 1,000 yards per season. I mean, he's done it in the 2 previous years. He got 1,206 in 2019 and 1,005 in 2020. So all going well, having a fully healthy season this year. I'd say he's got every chance of eclipsing that 1,000 rushing yards mark as a quarterback again. And I'm pretty sure he was only the second ever to do it behind Michael Vick. Either way, I've done enough talking. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's get into the video.
Back to throw Lamar Jackson. Lobs one down the right side. End zone for Duvernay. He's got it. That's a Ravens touchdown.
Seeing him in person, that was the first game that I was excited, where I had a celebrity moment. It was I wanted to see him. I was looking forward to that game.
You and me both, mate. You and me both.
Get your hamstrings ready. You gotta chase that boy down. Boy's dynamic.
3rd down 2.
Second pair of sunglasses this series. Go boy. Go boy. Go son.
Listen to the crowd and the chance. It's MVP.
Oh, he gets there.
There go that MVP, boy. Action Jackson in the flash.
Lamar Jackson got off to a hot start in 2022. In Week 2, he broke Michael Vick's NFL record for 100-yard rushing games by a quarterback. The following week...
In his 5th year in the league, he's just gone and broken Michael Vick's all-time 100-yard game record.
He threw for 4 touchdowns and a win over the Patriots.
Back in the end zone, Duvernay
He's a phenom. There's never been anyone like him.
makes the catch.
Jackson was the AFC Offensive Player of the Month in September. After 3 weeks, he had more combined touchdowns than 30 NFL teams.
Lamar is kind of a jack of all trades. He has kind of a cannon of an arm, really strong, but then obviously he can run the ball.
You're not going to find too many quarterbacks that can move like that.
Hell no.
So I think that's kind of what puts him at like the top.
Nowhere to go. And then he got out of the tackle.
Sorry, what did you say? Nowhere to go? Nowhere to go?
My man got butter on him or something.
Good times. Chasing a mobile quarterback is a 350-pound lineman's dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about Christian Wilkins running him down? Man, that's a pretty good move by a big fella.
Oh yeah, we saw that. We actually saw that play prior. We saw that fella from the Dolphins, the defensive lineman, chasing him down. And I thought that was pretty damn impressive.
Missing more than 1/3 of the season, Jackson finished with over 2,200 yards passing and almost 800 yards rushing. His impact in the NFL makes him a consistent mention on the players list.
He does some stuff on the football field where I'm like, a quarterback, especially the quarterback position, shouldn't be able to do stuff like that.
I consider myself a pretty strong tackler, not many misses on the year, and I was in the post and he starts to scramble up through the middle.
Where's he going to go? Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? I'm going to say, and this is the split-second decision that the safety is going to have to make, right? Where is this guy going to go? All right, you've got some help on the inside here. So that means that, you know what? I would allow him to go to his left. If indeed he cuts back on the inside, at least I've got my inside man to help me. So I'm going to sort of start shepherding him out to this way. If he's got the out-and-out speed to just burn me, then that's okay. But I want him, if he's going to step left or right, I want him to step right into my other man. Let's see what happens.
Me and him, no one in sight. I'm like, this is not a...
Yeah, that's one way of stepping to the right.
It's not something you ever want. And so I thought a hardy miss. I took my shot.
And what a move he put downfield, a number 20, Julian Love.
He made me look kind of silly.
Oh my God, man, that boy's special. He's a tough tackle.
When you think you got him bottled up, somehow he gets out.
When you run a zone read with the Baltimore Ravens, you want him to hand that ball off just not as dynamic as number 8 is touching the football.
He's special, just to put it in one word.
Bro, the way that he really steps in, right? Bang, bang. Left or right, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter which way, doesn't matter what you're doing in front of him. He is going to at least attempt and, for the most part, be successful in beating you.
In April,
bang!
Jackson and the Ravens agreed
you just love to see it. Ball tucked, 3 points of contact, if not 4, if not 5. Just breaking tackles.
Their contract extension, making him the highest paid player in the league.
Highest paid player in the league?
Player I feel like demands all 11 people.
Bro, there ain't no quarterbacks doing that. Watch this run. Watch this run.
Making him the highest paid player in the league.
The footwork, lowers his shoulder. He's got the speed. If you've got that speed, you're going into a tackle at speed. It's going to be up to them to try and match you with, an equal, if not more, amount of power or speed, and that's just not going to happen against Lamar Jackson. He's gonna get yards after contact because of the speed that he's running at, because of the angle that he's running at, and in this case, he got the touchdown.
He's the only player I feel like demands all 11 people on the field's attention at all times. You can't take your eyes off of him.
Yeah, he is one really, really nice player to watch. Really exciting. The final thing we're going to do here is try and put Lamar Jackson into a rugby team. And I'm going to put him in at a position that we haven't actually targeted yet. It is basically the general. It's the leader of the pack. It is called the first 5/8, fly half, number 10. Those are 3 names you could say. Basically, it is the first pass off of the ruck. You get the ball. One pass off, you have your outside men outside you. You've also got pockets of forwards outside you. It's up to you with the ball in hand to make the right decision. But, you know, if, for example, you spent the first 20 minutes of the game shoveling the passes on, pass, the defense starts to expect that of you. And then what happens is it's going to be up to you whether you want to continue to do that, or maybe, just maybe, you might mix it up. You might do a dummy pass. The defense continues to slide. They've seen it all game. You decide to keep the ball this time, dummy pass, and go. There's holes in front. If you've got the speed, if you've got the footwork of Lamar Jackson at number 10, you're going to be absolutely dynamite. And it's going to be up to you whether you want to pass or run, which is exactly the position that Lamar Jackson sees himself in. You know, he runs a lot more than most quarterbacks because he's got that ability. So to put him in at number 10, the ability to distribute the ball, but also with the ability to run if need be, I would love nothing more than to see a 6'2", 212-pound Lamar Jackson playing number 10. Good luck to the defense. But he's got to be able to kick and he has to be able to tackle. They can sort of hide the number 10 somewhat in a defensive scheme so that he probably wouldn't have to put in too many hits on defense. He certainly would have to kick. And, you know, 6 months worth of kicking training, I'm sure he could do it. Not every number 10 kicks the goals, but they do have to be fairly good at kicking in general gameplay. You know, rugby's a hard game. At some points, it doesn't stop for 5 minutes. He would have to continue to reset, pass the ball, continue to reset, pass the ball, possibly take a run, get tackled, get back up, get back in position, pass the ball for 5 minutes straight sometimes. That is where your gas tank gets tested. And that's what is the undoing of a lot of rugby players, is that they just get tired and then they can't perform at the best of their ability. The good thing about American football is that each and every play you get somewhat of a rest and you can reset and get your breath back and go again at your 100% most explosive. That's not the case in rugby. So I'd love to see how Lamar Jackson performs under fatigue. That would be interesting. Either way, I've gone down a couple of rabbit holes there. I've talked far too much. Lamar Jackson is one of those players that gets me going, and I can't wait to see him play this year. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.